Hello everybody, welcome to Apps Fusion training tutorials. So in this video we are going to see what is Fusion security or how is security in Fusion applications. Security in Fusion application is driven by one statement, that is who can do what on which set of data. So over here who means the user and what means the things that he can do or set of actions that he can perform, and which over here means which set of data or the data that the user has access to or the data on which users can perform the transactions. You can see an example given on the screen. You have who, and the example is account payables manager. Can do, he can view. What is AP disbursements, so he can perform the function as AP disbursements, and on which set of data is for their business unit. And then we have some key security concepts in Fusion applications. So as I told in my earlier videos as well, you have role-based access control. So the security in Fusion applications is completely driven by roles. So it depends on user to user which role they have been assigned, and according to that they can perform certain set of actions or which data they will be seeing. So the first one over here is function security. So which pages a user will be having access to or which screens he will be seeing. This is quite similar to the menus in eBusiness Suite. The next we have is the data security. Even though you have access to let's say all the pages, but still you won't be able to see all the data in those pages. The data restriction is controlled by this data security. So it depends on what role the user has, and according to that role the user will be able to see the data. And the last concept over here we have is privacy. So only those individuals who are entitled to work on a particular set of data will actually be able to do the actions. And the next we have is role management tools. So these are the tools that are used for managing the roles in Fusion. So the first one is OIM. I've already talked about this in my introduction video in the Fusion terminologies when I was talking about. So OIM is Oracle Identity Manager, and in OIM you will be able to assign the roles to the users. So what you have to do is you have to query for your username that is existing in the system and click on assign roles, and whatever roles you want to assign, you can assign those roles to the users. So using OIM you can assign the roles. And then next we have is APM, Authorization Policy Manager. Within this module you can create or modify the roles, and APM is the place where you will be modifying the existing roles or you will be viewing the existing ones. And you may also want to create the new roles, so you can create those new roles in APM. And there is another level of security, and that is HCM, Human Capital Management. So over here you can create the employees in Fusion applications. You can create your employees or users, and automatically that employee will be created as a user in OIM, and then you can log in through OIM and assign the roles to those employees. And the last one over here we have is procurement. Here this example is given as procurement module. In this there is a additional layer of security you have to define as procurement agents for procurement module. Like if you people are from EBS background, you can relate this particular setup to the buyer setup. If you remember, unless and until you create the buyer, you won't be able to access certain pages in the application. So situation is similar in Fusion also. Unless the employees are created as agents, they won't be able to access certain functionalities in your procurement application.